Processing. If anyone catches that Invader Zim's joke, I will give them an epic high five. Yeah. Wow, this is really... Yeah, dude, Invader Zim. Nice. Oh, Stark got kicked from the game. That's fine, though, as he was not playing. Alright, I shall do the introductions like you requested. DgWeebles. Oh, yeah. April Taryn, you can definitely have your epic high five. Bam, right there. Touching the screen. Alright. DgWeebles sounds like a Pokemon who is evolved from, like, a bug... it sounds like a bug Pokemon, you know? Like a Weeble or something. It sounds like something with, like, pincers and, like, really slimy. Yeah, like a caterpillar. So, yeah. Sounds disgusting. And he will be representing the Dynamic Gaming Clan, DG. And I'll leave the other introduction for you, Brody.
Alright, sounds good. Here representing Clan SCA StarCraft Ascension is Smorty, and we all recognize this guy. He just recently came out victorious. Was it 3-0 or 4-0 in the finals of the 1v1 Weekly? I believe it was 3-0. Yeah. Best of 5?
Yep.
Totally, yep. Okay, so he is representing Team SCA here on the top right side of Shakur's Plateau. Definitely an outstanding win last game. He predicted the all-in coming and decided to cancel his Nexus and actually go for a Colossus tech, which, you know, he would have been dead if he didn't do that.
Oh, for sure. Those Colossus, one of them actually had 16 kills, and that is incredibly significant. That's definitely earning its right to live, because, you know, that's the only thing a StarCraft unit can do, is kill other things to prove that it's worth having. Excuse me. Coughing up those candy corns that I've been snacking on the whole day. Smorty is moving up the ramp to see what he can, and it's not going to be a lot. It's going to be a really fast second supply depot. There's obviously something coming from Weebles that he does not want Smorty to see.
I'm almost kind of wanting to see a early expansion, kind of a one barracks, moving into a command center play, because there is no gas on the field yet, so he's not... That's all he was hiding, pretty much, was just the gas. Hiding but no gas, so as April Taryn has pointed out, I believe this will be an expansion. As for...
I think so too.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, sorry, go ahead. I did not mean to cut you off.
No, that's cool, that's cool. As for Smorty, he has opted to get the gas, which is definitely safer. He wants to get that cybernetics core out, and he knows that his opponent is hiding something, but he's not quite sure yet what it could be. And,
yep, immediately sending a Zealot directly to the base of Weebles, and the command center is going down for Weebles, so we are going to see a one-rack fast expand, and something extremely weird going to happen for Weebles. He's throwing down 2 gas before getting more barracks, so he is going to go for something extremely weird. I've never seen this before.
Oh, definitely. It might actually be an early expansion into, like, heavy 1-1-1 type play. That's what I would assume is going to happen. But, you know, there is also the possibility of a late happening kind of double star report Banshee play. The bunker being thrown down as well.
Oop, yep, he is worried about that really fast pressure from Smorty, which is exactly what he needs to be doing, because there is going to be the very standard Zealot and Stalker, and oh my goodness, do you see what I see? Do you see it?
I don't see anything except for an expansion coming from Smorty.
That's exactly what I wanted you to say, because that is incredibly significant. Smorty knows exactly what's happening without even scouting it. How incredible is that? That is incredible play.
Definitely signs of a really high-leagued player right there, so incredible find. Yeah, and as Vigil points out, this is an expand 1-1-1.
Except for he just threw down a barrack, so it's not.
Yeah, it's kind of a 1-1.
No, it's a 2-1 something.
Yeah.
We'll have to see, yeah. So, actually, we'll have to see what's going on from this. This is going to be a really weird play, but unless Weebles can push out with this expansion and be able to push back... Oh my gosh, and a plan is being thrown down for Smorty. We are going to see some... What are we actually going to be seeing? Maybe some cannons. Is there a forge for...
I don't believe that's going to happen. I think he's bringing that sentry along to kind of say, you know what, I'm going to get my expansion up before you, and when you want to kind of push out and get your SCVs out here, I'm going to force field the ramp and keep you deny you from getting that income earlier than I will.
Yep, and Vigil is actually wrong. Factory, 2 barracks, or 3 barracks, and a starport. So there's actually a lot of... Oh my gosh, and he's actually taking the factory off. And so it's going to be Banshee play, maybe some Raven. I would actually like to see a Raven more than I'd like to see a Banshee in this play. And he needs to get the stem up. Terran has a lot of money saved up, and he needs to figure that out. A Tech Lab going down for the factory and handing it over to you.
Indeed, and now Smorty kind of moves up the ramp to try to pressure his opponent. Just tell him, I am around, and I do not want you coming down here to expand. So the reaction from Weebles is to throw down another bunker because he's not quite ready for the units he saw at the bottom of the ramp. Now, as Stim is going down, bunkers are being, or barracks are being added, production is going up. Nothing quite being made yet from the factory, so, you know, he is still somewhat in a bad situation as he has that extra base, but cannot saturate.
Yeah, you were quite right. I think he's not going to be able to produce off of 5 production buildings on 1 base, and Weebles is actually pulling off a lot of SCVs to repair the supply depot. Weebles needs to do something fast, and he needs to make it work and count, and he needs to get back into this game, and he needs to push down this ramp, or else he's not going to get into this game. And the Smorty's income is taking off with... Actually, their incomes are the same, but that's only due to the mules. And as soon as these mineral patches become more and more, as more saturated as the second base for Smorty gets, the higher the income will be for Smorty, and he'll just be able to skyrocket. And a push is going to be happening really soon.
Indeed, a very strong push. And even if this does not work, if Smorty does get pushed back a little bit, he does have Colossus on the way. Right now is Robotics Bay just about to finish. Banshees are being pumped out, as well as Siege Mode from DgWeebles. I do not think that Weebles is going to be well off in this situation. Smorty coming back to defend his pylon in his rightful place on the map. Oh,
Weebles is doing a butt ton of damage with this Banshee. A lot of economic damage is going on. 6 kills for this Banshee. Trying to get a 7th, but his cloak is going to run out in about 30 seconds. I don't know who's actually ahead right now, because the more kills that this Banshee gets, the better the Terran player will be doing, and the incoming Banshee is going, or the incoming observer takes this Banshee out.
Good play. Also a push from Weebles trying to get out to kind of secure his natural, but it gets blocked off completely by the force fields. A bit of tank volleys going on the sentries there, but he moves out of range of that tank and kind of negates all further damage to be done, but still he's maintaining his position, taking a bit of damage, throwing down his Guardian Shield, and he decides, you know what, that's just too much for me. I'm going to go home and kind of take what I have right now and defend against the rest of the Banshees that will be coming.
Yeah, as the people in the chat are saying, supply block, not using his Chrono Boost. If you look at his Chrono Boost, actually, 100 for the second Nexus, 83 for the first Nexus, queuing up horribly. He's freaking out. He cannot seem to calm down. If you look at his APM, it's actually a lot higher than it was at the beginning of the game. It's actually trying to become matched to the Terran, and as most people know, the Protoss APM is almost never close to the Terran APM unless it's in high Masters play. And if you look at the amount of mules being thrown down at the natural for Weebles, it is incredible. 5 mules. If you look at the income tab, 1,500 minerals being mined.
Oh my god, this is pretty incredible
reaching,
right now.
Almost hitting 18,000, so incredible play.
Oh my god, actually 1,900 just got hit there with 34 workers underneath the 48 of Smorty. I kind of thought that Smorty had this early game, but now in the position he is, with Colossus just coming out, you know, he... Actually, you know what, I'm going to retract what I said, because he still has 4 sentries at full energy, so he can still do a lot as long as he engages the Terran army before siege mode happens to occur.
I completely agree with this, except for Smorty's making a wise move right here. It's a little bit risky, and I don't know if it's going to be scouted by this Marine, and it is going to be scouted. Perfect play by Weebles, knowing exactly that timing for the third base. He's going to scout this, and I don't know if he'll be forced to cancel. And right now, Weebles is pushing out. This could be a game ender.
Oh my god, yes, there is actually one Colossi in the field right now, and he does have enough Chrono Boost to definitely Chrono out a lot more, but the amount of pylons that Smorty had to throw down right here kind of aided in his, what could be a demise here soon to come if Weebles managed to get his siege up. Continuous production, no reinforcements to back up the units that are going down from Weebles. So if Smorty happens to manage to kind of hold this off, he might be in an okay position.
That Banshee gets picked off. There's another Banshee, and he's doing something really smart. The tanks are sieged up. He's going in for the push. Oh, you can't back out like this, Morty. The more times you push in and push back out, it's going to be the more problem for you. Photon cannon being warped in. I think he's not interested. I don't know. I think he's just trying to hold this. I don't think he's actually interested in taking out the army of Weebles. He needs to right now. He needs while the tanks are unsieged.
But he does not have the observer over the enemy's army, so he thinks he's still in the exact same position. He's now moving.
Units are being. Oh, yep. Sorry, units are being streamed directly into the main base or into the army of Weebles, and here comes the engagement.
Lost his chance, but the Colossi are out of position, so they're not doing the damage they need to be doing. Target firing the tanks and not the Marines. Oh, this is going to be cleaned up so easily. Yeah, there's almost nothing to do right now. There are still Banshees in the air shooting down at whatever stalker fire is coming in towards him. You know what? Smorty is in a terrible, terrible position right now.
I agree, because this third base is disconnected from his second base, so right now, any point Weebles decides he can just push up the space, take out this third expansion, and walk away scotch-free. Winning, I don't feel like he has the materials or I think he has the patience he needs and the patience that's required right now to just wait this game out. The longer he waits, the more ahead he'll get, and the more ahead he gets, the easier this final engagement will be.
Indeed, this engagement is really. I like this. You know what this reminds me of? It's actually Brood War play, where he sets up a hard container kind of tanks, bunkers, and missile turrets along his path of attack, but he doesn't even need to kind of inch his way there because he is already knocking on the front door of his sword.
And a lot of these stalkers being taken out by those tanks, this is going to be GG. There's no way that with only stalkers, he won't be able to break these 5 tanks with just stalkers. Trying to rephrase the sentence in an appropriate way. 2 Colossus get taken out. I mean, if he can use the high ground appropriately, he can snipe this bunker, these tanks, this missile turret. He does not want to be detected. Brilliant play from Weebles. And right now, there's a small army going down to the third base, and I imagine this being GG instantly.
Oh, indeed, I agree. Blink now just started for Smorty a tad bit too late, and I don't think that would have been the proper choice anyway. I think charge might have been great here. Could have helped, push some of the tank fire onto the Marines themselves. But as of now, Smorty doesn't want to give this up. He wants to prove his dominance, but I don't think he is in the proper position. That third kind of did hinder him more than help him.
Yeah, I think he should have canceled the third base, because I think he expected Weebles to go into a third base already, and I don't think he would have realized. I don't think he realizes he's actually not too far behind in economic, but he is losing in the army count, and the army count is what matters. And this is going to be the last push for Smorty, and I just imagine all these tanks ripping apart these zealots. The stalkers getting focus fired by the tanks. The Colossus are trying to do something, and unless if Smorty doing a good job microing back his Colossus, but I still don't think it's enough.
Oh, he's actually target firing the Nexus right now, and it goes down! That was excellent play. A little bit of disregard to the situation there by Smorty is going to put him in a very disadvantageous position.
Oh my goodness, if you look at this, there's a butt ton of zealots being warped down in the south, and I think he's going to try to get a surround on this army, but I don't know how effective that's going to be, because he's not doing it, not synchronizing his attack. Zealots have become a really good distraction, and right now he's pushing down. This might work. I don't know if it's going to be enough. One Colossus goes down to the missile turret. Yep, and there goes the GG. Wait, no, come on.
Yet, but it's definitely bound to hit pretty soon here.
Man, he's being so resilient. I don't know if he's being never give up, never surrender, or just being stubborn, because he is making a Nexus at the 4th base, and I think
It's actually...
Weebles is just too smart for this. He's going down to check immediately. He can just predict exactly what Smorty is doing, and he just got a single Banshee picking off these probes. He's got caught out here. Everything is going down. Huge push. This is going to be a game ender for sure.
Oh, I agree 100%. There is nothing more that's going to happen. It's more of an I want to survive type situation. 3 Marines going down to kind of deal with this Nexus. There are some Stalkers down there, but the contain is pushed all the way through to Smorty's natural. Konani throwing out the sad face. How, Smorty, how did you do this to us? And,
yeah, I think Smorty doesn't want to give in. He's trying to do that never give up, never surrender attitude. And there's the GG.